Thanks very much for joining today for our Dolby podcast here from our Munich Dolby House alongside the IAA Mobility. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you, Poorab, from Audi. And I thank you already now, right, for the great ability to join us here for this conversation today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here. Thank you for inviting. Yeah. Thank you for the event.
Okay.
Thank you, Andres.
Absolutely. So, first off, I would be really interested, or maybe you could start with an introduction yourself. What do you do? What have you been doing?
Happy to.
At Audi, and explain your role a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like you mentioned, my name is Poorab Sarmah. I come out of India. I come from the northeastern part of India, a state called Assam, where a lot of the tea comes from.
Okay, right.
Live in Ingolstadt right now. Small town called Geimersheim, north of Ingolstadt. I have two kids. And overall have lived in Germany 8 years. My overall career spans now 18 years. 17 and a half years I spent in a company called Aptiv, where I started as a software engineer in Bangalore in India. Then I have had successive opportunities to work as a systems engineer. Then I headed the product management role for a while. And the last job at Aptiv was I was the VP and managing director for an area called cockpit solutions and user experience. I have a software background, and through my career, I have the opportunity of transitioning to be a bit more techno-commercial because of the product management and the P&L role. So my role at Audi is that I'm the head of the area that's known as Entwicklung Infotainment, EI, which includes infotainment, entertainment, audio systems. That's one area. The second area is all the control elements, Bedienelemente in German, which includes all the control surfaces, the A-surfaces, but also the displays. And the third area that I also have within my team is the communication, the external communication, motion reality communication. So these are the three areas. I have a growing team. It's a team that contains architects working very strongly with partners and suppliers, but also a lot of software developers, because we are starting to develop more and more software and architectures in-house.
That means besides the, let's say, software and services that run on the head unit, it's also the components. Are you also making hardware decisions?
Yes. That's a very good question. The responsibility spans both hardware and software. As an OEM, obviously, we focus on a lot of hardware, which includes infotainment head units, the roof module. There are other gateway devices that are part of the portfolio, all the hardware elements that you can touch and feel, the displays, of course. But essentially what we've seen more and more in the last 2 or 3 generations is that the content is driven also from software, in addition to the physical elements. So this includes the software architecture design. So we take design decisions around that. In the end consumer sees the feature set, which are typically driven by services and applications. Whether it is instrument cluster services, the augmented reality HUD, or the application suite that runs on the infotainment domain. So my team is defining these, implementing these, and taking it to production quality.
Beautiful. And how much, because I think you also have background in like UX design, for example, or the user experience. How broad do you define user experience for you? Does it include audio, video, lights, maybe interior light?
It's within the Audi language. It's more than that. Because the user experience from our perspective also includes obviously the experience inside the car, but also outside the car. Because you are communicating with the car, also with the mobile phone app, for instance. You are communicating with the car through other app ecosystems that can send content into the car. So that's where the user experience starts. But as soon as you're inside the car, it's the Audi experience. Which includes, if I run through a quick use case, a simple use case like welcome sounds. Welcome input sounds. It includes LED elements, light elements. It includes the seating elements. It includes the infotainment system that's gracefully coming up, and it's connecting all your devices in the background. So it's truly end-to-end.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. This is super interesting stuff. So we need to talk more, which we're doing, right? So I think where we come from, obviously, we talked about it earlier today. It's around. If we think about Dolby comes in as an entertainment company, which is related to infotainment. Infotainment is more than that, but entertainment plays a role, right? So I think to get started, I wanted to get your your take on where is entertainment in cars going? How does it change in relevance of what you do, and how does it influence your thinking about the years to come?
No, that's a very good question. As you said, the area that I'm defining and implementing within audio, it includes obviously the control elements, but infotainment is an area, as the name suggests, is a combination of information and entertainment.
Right.
And entertainment is a central part of the vehicle design, because entertainment then dictates how immersive an experience is.
Okay, right.
So within Audi has always been in the forefront of infotainment design, and especially also audio design. And we've had long relationships with ecosystem partners like yourselves. We've had relationships with partners such as Bang & Olufsen for our higher-end trims. And that has been a central role because entertainment is super critical. But talking more about the content, we are starting to see that, especially because of advent of technologies and enablers like software-defined vehicles, it is possible to not only deliver additional content to the cars, but personalized content to the user and the user base. This is where partnership with you is super important for us, because we leverage not only your physical and technical expertise, but also your ecosystem. Deliver content contextually to the end user.
Right. So I think if you've taken the decision, right, to bring Dolby Atmos into a whole set of your cars and more cars going forward, probably going to have it. What drove that decision at the end of the day? I think you alluded to, well, it's a good match for what you're trying to achieve. Can you also describe it maybe from an emotional perspective? What was your emotional reaction when you listened to Dolby Atmos music?
Absolutely. To be honest, the decision to introduce Dolby Atmos into Audi was an easy one. And let me explain why. Fundamental to the Audi design today and into the future, there are four fundamental pillars. One is technology that is innovative, but also intelligent. It's contextual. Then the other element, which is super important, is the technology that is evolving over a period of time. And finally, the Audi customers expect an experience that is emotional. And one of the best ways to communicate that emotion is via audio. And this is why we have always prioritized welcome sounds, goodbye sounds. So whenever we have thought about technological evolution in the space of audio, the question is, how can we make the audio experience immersive?
Right?
And the answer was simple. And I've heard early samples of your development from my previous job as well. It was quite an easy experience, because whether you consider use cases such as audio, whether it is music or podcasts or even trailers, Dolby Atmos does a very impressive job of making within the car setup the experience more immersive. And hence it was an organic decision.
When you say immersive, I mean, we use that term quite a lot. What does it mean for you?
Right. I have a good anecdote for you to explain that, because I internalized that directly when driving quite a lot. So I was living in between February and April. I was in the process of moving to Ingolstadt. I was living in the north. I was driving 1,000 kilometers every week, 500 up, 500 down. I had a Audi SQ7 with the advanced audio system, which is the top trim, with tweeters and everything. And every time I drove in the evening on a Friday, I tuned into something called Beats Radio. And I listened to it at least for 3 hours. And that was an excellent experience, because the audio was clear, crisp, it was tuned to me, and in the end, it helped clear my mind. Because that's all I could focus on, driving and the great audio experience. So immersiveness, essentially, for me, in that mode, dictated that I have focus, I'm able to think clearly and do the task right, which was driving. So that for me became very clear definition of what immersive means.
Wow. Very cool. That's a nice way to put it. Nice. All right, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about maybe your how do you think about segmentation? So, and what I mean is, I think it's probably in two directions. I mean, the classical car segmentation is usually you have luxury cars, you have compact cars, what have you. But there is also the question of, for example, in audio or entertainment packages, right? There's also trim lines that you can think about. So what's your general philosophy, how to think about these?
Again, a good question. The philosophy for us is straightforward, that all Audi trim lines are important and shall communicate the Audi experience, which is clear and emotional, like I was saying earlier. The way it manifests itself and the various trim lines is different. Even the base audio setup, which is one of the offering, does give top-of-the-line audio experience for itself. But as we go up the segmentation, whether it is A5 or Q7 or Q8 or the A8, we make additional immersiveness possible with additional hardware. For example, the headrest speakers, which we have started to introduce. And that's where it allows us to not only speak the basic audio language, which is high quality, precise, but also differentiate in the higher levels by making the experience more immersive. Then there are additional elements such as audio zones, which are possible in combination with software and hardware that are offered at the higher trim levels. So our goal is very simple. We democratize high quality and precise audio, but then we differentiate the higher trim levels for people that are willing to buy it.
Okay, got it. And is there also other elements? I mean, we talked about audio quite a bit, but I think there's also like screens now, there's interior lighting. Actuators, that kind of stuff. So the same holds true. It's the same philosophy.
It's the same philosophy. Purely from a platform development and technical platform development point of view, our goal within Audi is to make sure that we have as less variance as possible, because that allows us to maximize quality. So we are trying to follow a platform strategy, so to say, from a technical perspective. But that then lies on the technical expertise of us as a company to have a common platform, which is basically the controller, but then that can support 2 displays or 3 displays based on the user configuration. And the geographical element plays a role here as well. We've seen that in China, where the customers tend to consume more content, almost always opt to have the passenger display. Whereas in Europe, it's an option. But for us, the base platform remains consistent, allowing for variability and scalability and on the A surface level.
And when you say platform, is it essentially the same head unit hardware? Or is
essentially
it
the same head unit hardware? There are obviously geographical differences. For China, it's a different certification, which we need to maintain variance for. But when it comes to the key system on chip, the memory, we keep it consistent.
Cool. Got it. Now, speaking of, I mean, you mentioned China. Is there also, when you think about, segmentation is like across trim lines now, audio, yes, but are there also like for your regional markets and target markets? How different are those cultures, let's say, or regions in terms of their media consumption patterns?
Absolutely. This is the other super interesting challenge and an opportunity we have as Audi. Audi has been a global company since its inception, and it does speak a global language. The reason it speaks a global language is that we have done historically and also into the future a very good job localizing both platforms and content. And the way we typically do it is that we have a very strong product management team and a marketing team that tend to know exactly what the customer wants. So which means, for instance, I can give you a few examples. In North America, we have understood and we empathize that the customer like base heavy setups for the audio system. So the defaults for them are different. We also know that they like large cup holders. So we design for them. In China, like I was saying earlier, the users like content. They like content all the time, and it's quite clear that everybody likes immersive audio, even more than content. So this is a base expectation, and hence for us, it becomes simple, part of the base package. Europe is more nuanced. The European customers like content which are contextual, intuitive, and logical. So for us, it's important as designers and developers to know that we have to keep obviously the base platform the same, but cater to nuances either by tuning the defaults or by offering localized content per region.
And then I guess the same holds true for services, for example. You can have different services or decision makers.
Yes.
Also to bring on different services.
Yes.
Okay.
The VW Group and Audi in general have done a very good job of making sure that the decision makers are regional.
Okay. Right.
This is also super important for several reasons: geopolitical, data integrity, and so on. And good examples of that is when you consider the Chinese customer base, where we sell a lot of cars still. A big percentage of Audis are sold in China. We are very popular there.
Okay.
The expectation is that the navigation setup is localized. It's in Chinese.
Okay.
The voice setup is localized. It's in Chinese. The app ecosystem is Chinese.
Okay.
So we obviously do a lot of work with local partners together with our local leaders to make sure that the content is relevant and updatable.
Okay.
Same goes for North America.
Okay. Makes total sense. Very cool. So looking a little bit into the future. I mean, we talk about Atmos is the thing you're doing today, and mostly leading with music, audiobooks, those kinds of things.
Right.
What other, let's say, media entertainment or media use cases can you see maybe emerging in the future? What is the things you're looking into right now?
Absolutely. This is fundamental to our product planning. So this is a very active discussion we have on a weekly basis with Audi. One thing that has been clear in the last 2 or 3 generations, which in automotive parlance is 6 to 9 years, is that the expectation of the end user is closely linked to what he experiences from his digital ecosystem.
Okay.
Which means whether he has a smartphone, whether he has a tablet or a TV or a fridge, which is also now he expects the same kind of characteristics also from the car. And the characteristics can be broadly defined into software first and always fresh.
Okay. Right.
Which means when he walks into a car, it's an Audi, he obviously appreciates and likes the Audi experience, but he expects 2 things in addition. He expects personalization, and he expects the car to be updated and fresh all the time.
Okay, right.
And this is something that we expect to also accelerate into the future. So that's from an experience perspective.
Okay.
Then talking specifically about use case, which is essentially content driven, we have started to see, I was talking to you a little bit about the immersiveness of the content. This is quite clear, it's here to stay, and we are already developing this. Now, 2 additional areas are emerging, which also plays a very important role, or audio plays a very important role within this. One is extended entertainment, which is gaming, for instance, or video content, when it is legally allowed.
Like in the rear seat or passenger screen, or when you're parking or when parked.
So that's one where audio plays again a super central role. And very important use case also for me is productivity. How can I effectively engage in conversations, whether it is a telephone conversation or a conference call, while in the car? That's where audio again plays a very important role. And there it's very technical. How do I make sure that I'm not disturbing the other people in the car? How do I have audio zones? And how do I have perfect connectivity to have audio, also in the future maybe video calls. So this is how we see that,
like where headrests, for example, come into play.
This is essentially where headrest speakers play a very important role, not only for the immersiveness of audio, but also focusing the audio in the right places.
I have another left field question for you.
Absolutely.
Because what you also just talked about is like, you're innovating, you have to think about the future, and one thing I learned when I was like entering the automotive world just 5 years, 6 years ago, I always felt like, the automotive guys, when they think about the future, they always have to live in the future almost, right? Because they're taking decisions today that are relevant for the cars that come to market in 5 years from now. Now, I think this design cycle is, however, also like getting shorter and shorter. Where are we now? What is the how much are you thinking forward when designing the future platforms?
It's a very good question. I lived in China for 3 years. That was pre-corona, so it was a slightly different China back then. But it was already very evident that the speed was the key topic, and there is an interesting aspect that you can simplify and say fail fast. Not fail at production, but fail fast during development. Which means if you make small incremental loops that allow you to learn, you can actually achieve feature set at production quality faster, which is fundamentally a process topic and an innovation topic.
Right.
So within Audi and VW Group, this is almost exactly what we are doing.
Okay.
We are, like I was saying earlier, China is our largest market and it will continue to be. And we are not only investing with local partners, but we are also improving and increasing the speed of our own development globally.
Okay.
And we are learning from that. So Audi, for instance, launched a local brand in China, the Audi Letters.
Yes, right.
And that was
Capitals, right?
exactly. And the challenge there was to not only localize, but also have the local pace.
Okay, right.
And the processes that were followed allowed us to meet Audi level quality.
Yeah.
And we are trying to learn those back.
Yeah.
And I've also had experiences from my previous parts of my career where we have launched systems within 18 months.
Yeah.
And those are some of the learnings that we try to do. And this is for now a learning curve for us because the decision making needs to be faster and it's starting to be faster.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I guess your software background makes you a perfect fit, right? Because you're obviously bringing software competencies and processes into that. And so
I hope so. I think the software way of working fundamentally dictates two things.
Right.
One is be faster by implementing things quicker and failing faster, like I was mentioning earlier, but also have as less variance as possible. Follow aspects such as the main branch policy rather than branching and maintaining too many parts. Okay. So I'm hoping to bring those into the software.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, Audi made the right choice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So one more thing. Now let's go into the crystal ball kind of mode, right? So 10 years from now, what do you think the future will bring for the auto industry?
Right. Audi in a way is very decisive on the near term and the long term.
Yeah.
For us, and I mentioned this a couple of times, we have a few design principles which is around clarity and emotions enabled by intelligent technology. And this is not only relevant, let's call it midterm, which is 2028, but it's also relevant into 2035 because we are planning our car lines to not only launch in 2035 but also evolve into 2035.
Yes.
So, and you asked the same question even in the previous part. When we are talking about clarity in thought and technology, what is very clear for us is with respect to the physical elements in the car, there are two things that are very important. One is from an Audi perspective, there has to be value in the elements in the car, whether it is the display or whether it is all the control elements. This is what we call within Audi interiors. And so there is a bit of a refresh in the thought process and the design principles on how to bring value back or how to increase the value of our current cars, but also have the surfaces that are very logical. So that's one aspect, which is the physical aspect. And the second aspect is how do we use software and software-defined vehicles to make the experience logical. And logical means different things to different people. For a big customer group, logical would mean intuitive, personalized. But another group of people, it would mean content, but right content at the right time.
At the right time.
So it's a mix of these two things that is defining our future. And this aspect or this design philosophy is expected to get infused into our car lines, not only now, but also the next 7 to 10 years. So this is the clarity of thought that I'm very happy to be working.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot. This was amazing, right? So much, very, very insightful and really cool. What is the question I should have asked that I didn't get? Let
me think that through because this has to be also diplomatically right. I think the question that I always think about is I came from the supply ecosystem. I was working for a tier 1 earlier, after, where I spent most of my career. What are the changes I see when I join an OEM like Audi, which is a premium OEM? And if you ask me that question, my answer would be that the technical depth that I was able to inculcate and deliver within Audi is something that I'm within Aptiv is something that I'm trying to bring to Audi. But within Audi, I have the opportunity of developing technologies that will be directly used by the end consumer, whether it is the decision around the display size, the decision around how the display will manifest itself, the decision around the control elements, how many control elements, the touch and feel, I have a chance to directly impact. There are also very interesting decisions around, like I was mentioning, things being logical in the car.
Okay.
Audio plays a very important role. And for us, and Audi has always been a leader within the audio space. So we have a chance to take that even further, to take that impressive audio clarity, but also make it more logical and more intuitive.
Okay.
So this is what I'm super excited about as I transition into the OEM ecosystem.
Okay, beautiful.
Part of Audi.
Wow, very cool. Thank you again. Thanks a lot. This has been amazing. I really enjoyed the conversation a lot. So all the best. I'm really looking forward to all the future launches and think about what we can do together in the future, so we can help you also to accomplish your vision and whatever we can contribute to that. So we're here to help.
Thank you for both today's invite and the pleasant discussions and the breakfast, but also for the partnership that we have embarked upon. There is a lot more to be done, and I'm happy that we have you as the partner and the ecosystem that you bring as part of the overall content within Audi and the video. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.